Hi everyone, what we've got here is a Simpole, thanks to Scott who sent us out this pole to actually test. There's a good example here. Simpole built by Philip Alexander. Okay, now as far as I know it's a 25-foot pole. I don't know what weight it is. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 section pole. The upper sections are shorter than the lower sections. You can see there. I don't know what length they are, but the bottom two lengths are 6 feet. Okay. Now coming up close, I'll show you some of the details in this. Again, we've put the reach it brush and the whack adapter on the rhino tube to test this. Okay, some of the nice touches here is that if you have the pole hose on the outside, you can just clip it in here like so. And these little clips. You've got 4 of these. The first 4 sections will have them on. The very first clamp, by the way, you don't touch that because there's a neat fitting here in alloy which actually just clamps in for the pole neck here. I will carry on fitting these. Quite like these. They just spring away. And there you go. It looks very tidy, doesn't it? Clamps feel quite nice. Feel quite strong. To adjust them though, you'll need an Allen key or a star key, I'm not so sure. They don't have the finger adjusters here at all. Plus, these are very, very sharp. So you've got to be a bit careful here. Perhaps that could be an improvement in itself. Okay, these blue rings here. Now, if the pole collapses and you have your fingers in between, that helps to cushion the blow and push them out of the way. That's quite a nice, neat idea. Clamps look quite strong. Now, extending the pole. The thing is, the pole itself, it splits at every single section, and you'll get a gold piece here to tell you to stop, otherwise it comes right out. Now that can be useful for many things, but one particular downside with this, you're going to have to be a bit careful, is that if you overextend the pole, I don't know whether you can pan in there, it won't be supported within the previous section. And you'll clamp it down, you'll work with it, and what you're going to do is rip the clamp off in that particular section. So you must be extremely careful not to extend it beyond the gold or colour keyed section. What I like to do is pull it out so I can see it and then push it back until it disappears again. Then I know it's safe. Okay, let's extend the pole fully. Again, being a bit careful with these colour-coded sections. The rhino tube's pulling through nicely through these clips. I quite like that idea, I have to admit. Now, another problem with these longer sections is that it tends to touch the ground whilst you're working with the clamp to extend the pole. You get used to it, but with the reach it pole, they're all the same size. Extensions, sections should I say, so you don't get this particular problem. Of course you get used to it. Now pull that one apart, push it well back in again, support it. Same as the reach it pole. There's not going to be much in it, I can tell you now. It's again, it's the 3K carbon fibre. Feels good. The sections feel smooth. They've got the plastic end caps rather than the stainless steel ones. It's all good stuff though. They work fine. As for flexibility, or rigidity I should say, this one is quite a rigid pole, I have to admit. Even though there's not much in the weight stakes between the rigid pole and the Simpole. You get greater rigidity with this, but again there isn't an awful lot into it. If you're working much higher than this, you'll feel a big difference, and that's where you really need the rigidity. If you're just doing some commercial work like this, it's about 30 feet, or you're doing domestic, no problem at all, perfect. So let's collapse the pole again. Comes smoothly down. One thing you have to find, you'll find on this, if you don't pull the clamps fully backwards, it tends to be stiff. You need them all the way back on this particular pole to give it that clearance. So there you go. That's the Simpole by Philip Alexander. Not bad pole. Okay, job done.